record-setting day in Norman. I'm Ryan Aber from NewsOK.com, here with Jason Kersey. Jason, we have to start with Samaje Perine. 427 yards, 5 touchdowns, an NCAA record for most yards in a game, a record that's only a week old. Cale Gundy said last week on the bus trip back from Lubbock that this record would never be broken.
Yeah, it's really unbelievable that this record has already fallen a week later. But Samaje Perine got going early. His first carry of the game, he took 49 yards for a touchdown, went untouched. And it was kind of that kind of day for him. You know, most of the season when he's had these big games, it's come sort of he's grounded out games at the end in the second half. That wasn't the case today. He was out there picking up big yardage, getting out in open space, and really showing that he can outrun people just like he can run over people.
How was he able to do that against a Kansas defense that has been pretty good against the run this season?
Well, I think a lot of it starts with the offensive line. OU's offensive line is big and they're physical. They've gotten a lot better than they were a couple of years ago, and that, I think that you have to credit them for a lot of it. Those running lanes wouldn't be there without them. And you're right, Kansas's defense had been much better.
And we saw he quickly broke the record of Greg Pruitt, the single-game record for OU rushing. Shortly after that, broke Iowa State's Troy Davis's record for Big 12 rushing. And then at that point, why not leave him in there to break Melvin Gordon's record?
Yeah, and Bob Stoops did say that he found out about it with when he had about 30 yards to go, and decided, you know, you might as well leave him in there and let him go for it. And it's a good thing they did, because I think it was kind of a nice reward to the fans that did stick around. You know, the stadium was about half full. There were all kinds of reasons for people not to come today. The bad weather, another morning kickoff, playing an opponent that OU hasn't really even been competitive with in a long time. And Samaje Perine goes out there and has a legendary game.
There's going to be thousands of fans who didn't make it to this game in the coming years that are going to say they were there for Samaje Perine's record-breaking game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Jason, moving on from Samaje Perine, obviously a fantastic game for him, but some other really good signs for OU. One of them was the way that the secondary played, especially at safeties. That position had been much maligned over the past few weeks.
And especially, I think, impressive considering Quentin Hayes was out, left the game with an injury fairly early, and that's been one of the mainstays of that secondary, one of the guys who's played as well as anybody back there. And so it was good to see Stephen Parker and Ahmad Thomas play pretty well, although you do have to remember that it was against Kansas.
Yeah, definitely. Once again, the final, Oklahoma 44, Kansas 7. OU will be back in action in 2 weeks at Bedlam against Oklahoma State. You can check us out every day at NewsOK.com and every morning in the Oklahoman for the best OU coverage in.